Today I made pad thai. I hadn't made it in a while. Recently I made it too sweet and soggy, so I'm trying again. I start off by soaking some pad thai noodles in some warm water until they're nice and bendy. Then to a hot wok I add in some oil and I fry 2 eggs. I give them a scramble. You need enough oil so that the eggs don't stick to the wok. Once they're scrambled, I add in my prawns as well as some salted dried turnip. I give it a stir fry until fragrant and add in some cooked chicken. You can use whatever protein you want. Tofu is really popular too. I add in some dried chili flakes, some fish sauce and some oyster sauce, as well as some white pepper. I prefer seasoning the protein first and then seasoning the noodles later, so that things don't become overly bland or salty. I then add in my rice noodles, as well as a bit of oil because things are looking a little bit dry, and I give it a toss. For the noodles, I add in some sugar, some tamarind paste, some fish sauce, as well as some oyster sauce. You kind of have to work quite quickly here. If that puts you under too much pressure, it's better to mix all the sauces in a bowl and pour it over the noodles. I add some garlic chives and some sprouts. Usually people use bean sprouts, but I ran out. And I give it a final stir fry before adding in some chopped peanuts. And then it's done. This version was way better than my first version. I like the springy texture of the noodles. Next time I can do a touch more tamarind and sugar, but pretty yum. Here, want a bite?